is an NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming Professional, a business coach, and he's going to talk to you about how to use NLP to better communicate in order to increase your business. Thank you, Bill.
Great. Thank you very much, Mike. Really appreciate it. Well, what I'm going to do is I'll start off by explaining very simply what NLP is, and then I'll give different examples on how you can use it to build rapport with other people and increase your business. First, NLP is an acronym. It stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. In NLP, we focus a lot on the words that you use. It's really important the words that you choose and how you connect with other people and listen to the words that they use. But what's really, really key is that when you communicate with other people, everyone has one primary sense that they use when they communicate. Some people use visual. So for example, they take in the world and they take it in through what they see. And then other people will use audio, sound, and then feeling, taste, or smell. Most people will go to one of the senses over and over and over again. In the future, if you really want to communicate with that person and you want to develop quick, wonderful rapport with them, instead of speaking the way you normally do, just start to use words that they use. So if there's someone who's visual, start to say, oh, I see what you mean. That's clear. It seems like we're focused on this. So just look for a bunch of words that are visual words. Just by using those words, they'll feel like, wow, all of a sudden, you understand exactly what I mean. I'm sure all of us have had that experience where you talk to someone, and then after a minute or two, you say, oh my God, how did they get me that quickly? Well, it's because they relate to you in many different ways, and one of them is by using one of the 5 senses that you use most frequently. The next thing I want to talk about, again, this is part of NLP, is the self-talk that we have. Now, many of us realize it, and many of us don't, that all day, throughout the day, in your mind, you have a voice that's going on. And the voice is giving you feedback on what you're doing. And most of the time, for most people, this is not good feedback. The voice is not the voice you want to hear. So what I ask people to do, and you can try this after you're done, try this on your way home, is when you hear that voice, just close your eyes, and the voice is going to happen all the time. So just pick a time when you hear the voice, close your eyes, and imagine you have 2 different dials in front of you. One dial is for the volume of the voice. So change it from that scolding, loud volume, whatever the voice is, change the volume to make it a quieter, softer volume. So if the volume is of someone yelling at you, or someone scolding you, or someone saying words to you that you wouldn't like to hear, imagine you have a dial and that's 10. And then imagine it going to 9, to 8, to 7, to 6, and get it down to like 1 or 2, and see what happens. This is all happening inside your head. You can control this. So first you change the volume, and then you have another dial, and that dial is to change the words and the tones that they use. It's amazing what happens when we make these subtle changes to those 2 simple dials. And it's not going to just change that instant. You'll notice that later on that day, that voice will stay in that same sort of tone. You may have to adjust the dials over and over again, but the more and more you get used to doing it, the more that voice is going to turn from this critical voice, using harsh words, to a supportive voice. And imagine what life would be if you had that supportive voice with you 24/7. It's all about making subtle changes in the way that you run your day-to-day life. And by making these subtle changes, you'll notice big changes happen into your life. Great. Well, thank you all very much. Hopefully that was informative and enjoyable. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bill. Once again, thanks for coming. And now's the important part of the entire meeting. Sorry, Bill. And of course, you're all here for one reason, and that's to increase your business revenues. And we want to encourage that you do that. And so I will shut up now. It's up to you to talk between yourselves, and let's make some business happen in Alameda today.